guys, welcome to another show day vlog. Oh, I've been told by Jazz to say Team Physique Collective show day vlog. She's all over me about being rubbish on content, but we're here. It's Sunday the 25th of September, isn't it? Are we in Birmingham? Birmingham?
Yeah, just near outskirts.
Right, we're in Brum. It's the Arnold's weekend, Sunday, for the pro show, because Shane is competing in Classic today. So we've just got here, what would you call this, at the Airbnb? Hotel?
Yeah, about it,
apartment,
yeah.
Whatever it is. I'm so good at this, aren't I? So concise with the content. Just have a look over him. I can go through the peak in some more detail a bit later, because I'm not going to bore Shane with hearing it for the 100th time, but essentially we've just kind of ran through this process where we've done a test peak last week. We've seen how much carbohydrate it takes from completely flat to full. We've taken that in quite a nerdy format of like a total gram per kilogram of body weight, replicated that this week, but in a structure where it allows us to have some good safe boundaries for the weight cap, which you make quite easily, even with it being lower than it was supposed to be. Most
importantly, it was the most stress-free process, which is the most important part.
That's what the test peak allows you, I think, is like knowing already, like having the information that like I can't fuck this up. I know exactly how many carbs to put in. I know what you look like flat. I know what you look like full. I know what you look like dry. I know what you look like when you're holding fluid. And then you can just replicate that, albeit in a different format because we've got different like time frames to hit and whatnot, but you've got the data already, so it's completely stress-free. So we've loaded carbohydrates up basically to like the 90% point before today, and then we did protein and fats through the day yesterday just to pull some fluid down. Our focus moved from filling up to drying off, because they're two things that you can't do synonymously. Basically, carbohydrates require fluid for transport intracellularly, so if you want to get carbohydrates into the muscle cell, there has to be fluid and sodium present, so we did all of that. Then we've been drying off up until this point, and now we've got prejudging in maybe between 3, 5, 6 hours, whenever it is. So we're just kind of filling up the last bit of the tank for then, to make sure that Shane is as full as possible. We've just got the last bit of drying off to do, and then we're going to land 110% on stage. So we'll take you guys along with us, see if I get some time to have a look around the Expo today, and yeah, we'll do that. Fucking dry as fuck, and you'll just start. If you don't eat up now, it'll just start flattening, dragging off. So that's where I thought, let me get a quick look, because I feel like it's gonna. You look like you're close to that back then, but now it's like on it. Mate, your glutes look ridiculous. Midsection looks really good, man. Yes. Beautiful, man. Right guys, so we are currently backstage for the main event. The stage looks unbelievable. Obviously you guys are going to see it in this video, but I've never seen a bodybuilding stage like that in my life. It's got me absolutely hyped to see Shane's physique up there. So I just got to look at Shane outside firstly. Hey look, my wife's arrived, the queen of the tan. So yeah, I just got to look at Shane outside in natural lighting, and then I just got him in here in the down lighting. And then also, I don't know if this light was put here for some kind of specific reason, but it's given us some pretty good like variance in our physique judgment, and everything's really on point. It got to that point where Shane was almost fully dried off, and anybody that's competed before or coached competitors, you'll know when you're almost at that like 100% fully dried off point, things start moving quite fast, and the changes are very apparent minute to minute. So we specifically don't want to get to the point where he starts to lose fullness and then we're unable to carb, fluid or sodium him back to fullness, because one of Shemp's huge strengths is how full, bubbly, round he is with that tiny waist. We don't want to lose any of that. And he's just getting to that point now of that peak dryness, and you've got to watch carefully for this. So we've got some fluid going in, some sodium going in, some carbs going in, and a little bit of fats, and this will be the last time that he eats pre-stage. He'll be on in about 80 minutes, so just under an hour and a half. So we haven't cut fluid, we haven't cut sodium. The only thing that we did do was taper his fluid intake down to roughly half of what it was just from before he went to bed last night and through the day today. As we said earlier, we had him at about 90% fullness. He'll be at that 100% fullness after this meal. He's fully dried off. We're ready to rock and roll. So I'll see you guys on the stage.
Forward and turn to the right. Relax. Gentlemen, take 2 steps to your left. Three and 11, switch places. Relax. 8 and 9, switch places.
Right guys, that's pre-judging done. I've got no idea how he's done right now, to be honest. It was strange because they didn't do like a first call out, they didn't have call outs, they just had them all in one line. I can't remember exactly how many guys there were, maybe 10, but it wasn't too favourable because the lighting in the centre of the stage, you guys will see from the footage, was incredible. For like the middle 3, maybe the middle 4, the lighting was brilliant, but anybody that was outside of that was so washed out. So you guys will see from like Shane's individual routine there. In the middle, absolutely on point, looked incredible. But then unfortunately he was the first out, and I think the lighting might have done him a little bit there, which is a shame, but we'll see what happens in the night show. I'm really happy with the way that he landed. It couldn't have been better, to be honest. So Shane's happy. I think I'm just in a bit of a grump about him not getting moved in to get a fair comparison under the really good lighting. So we're gonna go and hang about in the Expo for a bit because we got a couple of hours, more than that, 3 hours until the PM show. So finally going to get a chance to go and have a look around at what's left, and we'll catch you guys at the night show.
It will get a lot harder and a lot deeper.
Okay.
Competitor to perform his routine for you. Please welcome from Ireland, Shane Cullen. Fifth place check for $1,000 to your fifth place finisher. Fellow countryman from Ireland, Shane Cullen.
Good work, Shane.
Let's take.
Just talking out there. I did 2 seconds later. Yeah, mate, yeah.
Okay guys, we've just come out of finals. NEC, Arnold Classic UK. Broke the top 5, so Shane got 5th. I'm really happy with. Excuse me, you'd also have to excuse my voice on this one, it's kind of half hanging on. Really happy with Shane breaking the top 5 in such a killer lineup. His routine, as you guys all have seen, was unbelievable. So, top 5's great, but we want more, we want better. We're, what's the saying? Something but never satisfied. Proud but never satisfied. Like, insert motivational bodybuilding quote here. So I'm just thinking, kind of looking over the week, what could we improve on? Spoken to a few people whose opinion that I really respect in the industry. I'll wait on judges' feedback, but honestly, nobody gave me anything that we can really improve on, and it's hard for me to think of much either. He was peeled, full, dry. Could we get more fat off? Yeah, like Michael, who won, was definitely leaner than Shane. Is that going to be at the expense of some of Shane's awesome pop and fullness? Maybe. Would that push his fatigue so far that he would start to fade? Maybe. You know, these are the things of being a coach that you have to run kind of assessments in your head and question how rational these things would be. But I think ultimately the most reasonable thing here would honestly be to rinse and repeat exactly what we did, but carrying less fatigue forward, because of course Shane's been out of a deficit now for a whole week. He's going to be out of a deficit for another whole week. I've actually got Shane staying with me over the next week, so I'm going to make sure all of his meals are prepared and handed to him, that I can watch him 24 hours a day like a fucking prisoner. Make sure that he stays off his feet as much as he should do. Have him in the gym with me, make sure everything is managed well in there. Get him in the sauna. And just ultimately rinse and repeat what we did this week, but in a very low fatigue environment. And I think his physique will only keep coming to life even more so. And we will definitely display an improved package this time next week in France. But guys, thank you for following, as always. I hope that you enjoyed. Joe from Team Physique Collective, signing off. Peace, guys.